All right, the time now, it's 9:56 a.m. and we've had a sister to go into the church. I just want to take a video of our American flag because I am so thankful for the liberties that this flag has offered us. And I also am thankful for the kingdom flag.
Nancy, watch yourself.
There's another member pulling into the church. Thankful to our kingdom flag.
Brother Sprinkle
Who just
pulled up into the church, and he saw our Christmas signs, and he gave us a thumbs up. Unfortunately, he stands in opposition to Christmas, but he still will not hear the present truth. So, therefore, we know that being in opposition to Christmas is just a part of the responsibilities that we have to sign cry for the abominations. Brother Sprinkle! Brother Sprinkle! Come on down and talk! We have Brother Sprinkle just been dropped off, and I think he's going to come down here and maybe have a conversation with me. He's actually the organ player and piano. He's an organ and piano player in this congregation. So I've given him literature on several occasions, and we've talked occasionally.
Good morning, Tony and Nancy.
Good morning, Brother Sprinkle. Yeah, I know you told me to call you by your first name.
I'm Gene.
Huh?
I'm Gene.
Gene, that's
Why can't
right,
you
Brother
remember
Gene.
Gene?
Yeah, how's it
Of
going?
course, I will not, and I cannot criticize you about memory.
Yeah.
Because I'm worse.
Okay.
I suffer from. Are you going to put this up on YouTube?
Most likely we will be putting this on
Well,
YouTube. You saw the last one, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I suffer from chronic and severe CRS. Can't remember stuff. Oh, you thought.
CRS is can't remember stuff.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm sure you can exercise, a notepad and there's ways to remember things. Crossword puzzles, and there you go. Ink, pen, and paper. That's what I do. I keep a pad on me, so that I can remember stuff. But I think the last time we talked, not the last time we talked, but several times before that, I know I had given you some literature, some of the same literature that we have over here about Christmas. Yeah.
It's pagan. I knew that. It's all over. You can go to the library, you can go on the internet,
Yeah.
or you can go in the master of all books and you can find all you need to know.
Yeah, exactly.
And beyond that, I'm not going to belabor the point. I got a.
Did you get your new organ?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we have.
All right. Well, I really regret the fact that we haven't been able to sit down together. Yet.
My wife has had some health issues, and it's this all began probably in March of this year.
Was that your wife who just dropped you off?
Right.
Uh-huh.
That's her. Everybody calls her Ernie.
Ernie.
E-R-N-I. Her
Okay.
given name is Ernestine.
Uh-huh.
But she's had some health issues. She spent some hospital time. And this year has been severely disrupted.
Okay. All right. So in other words, we may still sit down in the future.
At some time, if things will ever settle down to a steady roar.
Okay. Well, I remain hopeful.
Okay.
I remain hopeful.
Never give up.
Okay.
And you be careful what you post on YouTube, girl. And that wind is not going to be nice to you today.
Well, look, you have a good Sabbath.
You do the same.
Hi,
Happy
Gene.
Sabbath.
Sister?
How you doing?
Hi.
How you doing? good. I remember seeing you here before,
Yes, I'm.
but we never got to meet you.
Oh no,
You know, I mean, we saw you and talked to you, but I don't know your name.
Ina.
Ina.
Yeah.
Okay. This is Brother Hall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sister Lydia.
Hall.
So,
Okay.
okay.
I call myself Barnabas, and that's Lydia.
Okay.
Okay. And we are here talking about basically the heathen holiday of Christmas.
Yeah,
You know,
we know.
and how it's how it has penetrated into the church.
I know.
You know, and you know, not just that though, but you know, we're also talking about some of the other abominations that are going on in the church, and we have a bunch of literature here that.
You know, I'm a Seventh-day Adventist.
Right. Well, that's why we're out here, because
Okay.
we're Seventh-day Adventists, but they put us out of church
Why?
because they said that they don't believe what we believe, and they say we're trying to mislead people, take people out of the church, which we're not, because we don't have a church.
Okay.
Okay, so they say, you know, they make up things.
Okay. All right.
But you know, all right. But
Okay.
you got to. Let me tell you one thing, sister. Look, investigate for yourself.
All right, I will.
Okay, we just had a lovely interview with Sister, and she did take a piece of literature.
Okay, I'm going to continue reading from The Great Controversy, page 443. I'm going to continue reading through a few pages and read some scattered statements. It says, it was apostasy that led the early church to seek the aid of the civil government. And this prepared the way for the development of the papacy, the beast. So we see when the church seeks the aid of the civil government, what that leads to. It leads to intolerance, actually. It goes on and says, so apostasy in the church will prepare the way for the image of the beast. So we see that as the church continues to reject light and truth, that is preparing the world for the image of the beast. Okay, it's a direct correlation. It's cause and effect. Okay. When the leading churches of the United States, uniting upon such points of doctrine as are held by them in common, shall influence the state to enforce their decrees and to sustain their institutions, then Protestant America will have formed an image of the Roman hierarchy, and the infliction of the civil penalties upon dissenters will inevitably follow. Once again, it says there, and I'm just going to comment on it, because we can see this as being fulfilled if we have our eyes open. It says, when the leading churches of the United States, uniting upon such points of doctrine as are held by them in common. So we need to make sure that the doctrines we're holding are not being held in common with the popular churches. We know it says immortality of the soul and Sunday sacredness will be the main two doctrines that will prepare the way for great deception in this country. I'll continue reading. The special characteristics of the beast, and therefore his image, is the breaking of God's commandments. Says Daniel of the little horn, the papacy, he shall think to change times and laws. I want to go back over here to our sign just to give a little bit more background history. When it says Christ's Mass is pagan, it is Baal worship. And we know Baal worship is worship of the sun. It is the birth of the sun. If we remember history, we know that around December 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, somewhere around there, the days begin to get longer. I think you might call that the winter solstice. But the days begin to get longer. Well, the people of ancient times recognized that also. And because they depended so much upon the sun for the growing of their crops and their worship, they began to call that time period, and they designated the 25th of December as the birth of the sun. So you'll notice nowadays even, it's all throughout history in the winter, that around December 23rd, 4th, somewhere in that period when winter begins, because during the fall the days get longer, and then later in December the days begin to get longer. Every day another minute of sunlight is added. Another 2 minutes of sunlight is added to the day. Okay, so they recognize that in ancient Babylon, because that's where all this originated, this Baal worship. And then it was transferred from Babylon, of course, to Medo-Persia, to Greece, and then to Rome. And from Rome, it has come down to our day, because we're in the period where the legs of iron, or we're in the period of the 2 feet, part iron and part clay. And we know the legs represented the iron of Rome. So therefore, Sunday worship and sun worship and Christ's Mass, which started in Babylon, has come down to our day, even in the 10-toe period. And unfortunately, the church has failed to recognize that. So, that's just a little history on why the 25th of December is called the birth of the sun. They want us to believe it's the Son of God, but it's actually the birth of the sun that's in the sky. It's a message of reformation. Okay, we're here today to talk. We're here today sharing information, in particular about our beloved Seventh-day Adventist Church. Okay, how they're still practicing some heathen customs, like in particular Christmas. Okay, so we have some literature that talks about the origins of Christmas.
And a CD.
And this is, my name is Barnabas White. You're familiar with Ellen White? Okay. This is just going to give you some more information. Now,
I was the one, you don't have CD on?
Oh, yes. Yes, that's a CD. It's a CD, but it's not a DVD. We do have DVDs, but we don't have any with us. Okay? And I think in that first book, our contact information is in there. Our local contact information.
All right, thank you.
Okay.